What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Your guy, Derek Larger, with you. And sorry, guys, if you hear a little bit of buzzing in the background. My fan's going in here. It's really hot in this place today. But it's okay. Anyways, guys, wanted to make a quick video here because the Colts made another move today. And it is someone who has had familiarity with this team. Al-Quadin Muhammad, former Indianapolis Colts defensive end, is back with the team. I didn't see any details, what kind of numbers we're looking at. I don't think those numbers were put out by the time I was doing this video. But basically, the Colts are bringing Al-Quadin Muhammad back. I'm kind of surprised that the Indianapolis Colts were able to bring him back anyway. He had spent some time in Chicago. He went with former Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, who took a job with the Chicago Bears as their head coach. And we all kind of figured that Al-Quadin Muhammad would be one of the free agent casualties of that signing, and of that departure. So we figured, he was going to spend a season in Chicago, and with a short stint in Chicago, didn't get re-signed. So now he is coming back to Indianapolis. This isn't too much for us. We all kind of understand Al-Quadin Muhammad's role. He is a backup defensive end for this team. Even in the times when he was in Indy, in his best season with Indy, and where he was, for the most part, half the time a starter, if not majority of the time, because we didn't sign anyone at that point. He had 48 tackles with 6 sacks and, 7 tackles for loss. So all in all, that was a pretty solid season for him in 2021. 6 sacks and, 48 tackles altogether. Not terrible for a defensive end. Especially for the caliber of an Al-Quadin Muhammad. It is certainly not numbers that are going to blow you away, but they're decent numbers that shows you he's able to at least make an impact out there, which ultimately I think is going to end up being the case with this one, and who knows if Al-Quadin's going to even get a chance with this roster, because remember, with all the depth that the Colts defense has right now on that line, I made a video the other day talking about the depth. I mean, you have Samson Ebukam, you have Kwity Paye, you have Tyquan Lewis, you have Dio Dangbo, you have a couple other guys that are out there on the edges already. So does this potentially mean that with Al-Quadin Muhammad maybe coming in, if Al-Quadin Muhammad stays in as an edge guy as a backup, is there somebody from the edge that might actually get moved back inside? Could we see a Dio Dangbo get moved on the inside? Could we see Tyquan Lewis get more reps at defensive tackle rather than the edge? Not like that anyone's really going to lose their job over Al-Quadin Muhammad coming back to Indianapolis, and it's not like this puts us over the edge, but it does, to me, kind of open the possibility of maybe some guys getting moved to different spots. Because I know Al-Quadin Muhammad in a backup edge role is a pretty decent player. Just wondering, who's that going to take reps from, if it does at all? And does that potentially move anyone to the inside rather than being on the outside? But that's going to do it for this video, guys. This is just a quick rundown. Again, talking about Al-Quadin Muhammad's stats. Again, he played in virtually every game in Indianapolis when he played there. Again, was a starter for the Indianapolis Colts in 2021. First 3 years, he had 28 tackles, 23 tackles, combined 5 sacks. Obviously, as a full-time edge rusher, he had 48 tackles and 6 sacks. So, you're talking about a guy that definitely has had a little bit of production throughout the time. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this? I know some of you probably going to be like, well, this isn't big splash, but you're really not going to make a ton of big splash moves at this time of the year as we're approaching training camp right now. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Al-Quadin Muhammad, former Indianapolis Colt and former Chicago Bear, now coming back to Indianapolis to play again for the Colts. That's it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, guys, go Colts.